Hello, sports fans. Coming to you still from the Phoenix area. And that is a low light, but that's Ninja laying next to me on the bed. Those are my feet with jeans and socks on. And there's the crazy kitty. I just wanted to make a quick video of upcoming 2023 events. Again, hope you all had a great holiday season and a happy new year. And as of today, I think it's the 3rd of January, 2023, if you can believe it. So, to elaborate, tomorrow I'm going to be leaving my friend's house where I've had full hookups and dump and everything. It's like an RV park. And they've fed me so well. And we had a great New Year's party with friends and family here. Not mine, but theirs. They're pretty much my only family left now, except my daughter. And so I wanted to update you where I'm going to be going. So my first step after hooking up tomorrow and getting on the road is to hit a travel center. There's Travel America, Flying J, and Pilot, all three about 60 miles south of the Phoenix area near Casa Grande. Casa Grande is about halfway between Phoenix and Tucson, which is about 160 miles, I guess, total. So I'm going to be hitting that one of the travel centers, top it off on gas and propane. I've already stocked up on water, dumped my tanks, charged everything I possibly could here, and I'll be stopping there to just stay the night because I don't like to travel more than about an hour, and load up on propane because that's the one thing I'm a little low on. Then the next day, I'm going to be getting up and going to BLM or Arizona State Land, about 20-30 miles south of that, putting me about 60 miles away from Tucson or so, north of Tucson, for any of you that are familiar with Arizona at all, which a lot of you probably aren't. But anyway, I'd like to give little geographic details for you. I'm going to stay there for 2 weeks, maybe 3. It's going to depend on supplies and if a ranger comes and kicks me out after 14 days, because it's technically a 14-day stay. My supplies, I went to the big blue box store today. Not to give any shout outs because I need them to sponsor me first. So I stocked up on a few little things that I was missing. Baby wipes, of course, cat treats and cat food, of course, and pretty much just topping off my food supply with some delicious frozen burritos and things like that, lunch meat. I've already got all these other things for food. And after that, I'll be heading to the Tucson area. Actually, in Tucson, I'm just not sure what part. Meeting up, hopefully, with an old friend. Or let me say this, a friend I've known for a long time. I don't want to call them old. And having lunch or dinner and just saying hello and catching up. And then probably only after a night stay or maybe 2 night stay there, depending on where I could find, because around the city it's a little limited, unless I wanted to do a RV park full of hookups. But, living full-time in an RV, spending $30, $50, $70 a night, and that's on the lower end, can be quite costly, especially for a guy that currently is not working, if I didn't tell you before. I am looking for work, but I'm specific on what type of job I want, and it definitely has to be remote because I'm on the road. So that being said, after that Tucson trip, and I'll be on the I-10, which most people in America should be familiar with because of the I-10 connects pretty much San Diego all the way to Florida. So it's a major west to east, east to west route. Then after I leave Tucson, I'll be hopping and making my way to San Antonio, Texas. Now, the thing about Texas is they don't have pretty much that I could see any BLM, national forest land, state land to stay on. So it's going to be a lot of overlanders. Where can I stay for a night or a couple of nights? and not get bothered, and then hop on to the next location for an occasion. So once I leave Tucson, it'll be a slow hop to San Antonio. I might drive and stay one night, drive and stay one night, drive and stay one night, or I might stay a week, drive and stay a week, or who knows. So eventually I'll make it to San Antonio. I've got a buddy there that I want to hook up with, an ex-coworker that I still communicate with usually weekly, and want to see him for a day or, a lunch or a dinner as well. Then, weather depending, and this is the big thing, weather depending, because I don't want to be caught in terrible cold and snow, and on the other hand, I don't want to be caught in Florida as it's getting 80 and then having to make my way back west in hot temperatures. So my goal is to try to get all the way to Florida, and this is an ideal situation, and I'll let you know along the way what apps I'm using and put them in the description below as I use them. Again, I already mentioned one already, Overlander. Then I want to head up north, and again, I may not make it to Florida, and I might have to head up north earlier. But then I want to hit the I-40, which, again, if you're in America, should be familiar with the I-40 because it goes from Los Angeles all the way to South Dakota on the East Coast. I believe it's South Dakota, not north. But anyway, that's the one I want to take along as the weather starts getting warmer and warmer, and eventually be back in Flagstaff in northern Arizona by April. So I've got most of January, February, and March of travel to the east, up and back to the west, getting me sometime in April in Flagstaff. Could be sooner, could be later. It's all temperature driven. I don't want to be in snowstorms, and I don't mind super ice cold temps. I could deal with that. Bundle up, turn on the heater, turn on my 12-volt thermal blanket, which I'll do a review of later. But I also don't want to be at any temperatures above like 83. So that's going to make a major be a major factor in my travel plans. So I just wanted to update you on that and let you know where Ninja and I will be going. I hope you come along for the ride. I hope some of the stuff and sites I'm going to be showing are more and more interesting each time. I will be doing, again, reviews of new things I've got, like my 12-volt electric blanket and the pros and cons. The ice maker I had broke and stopped working after about 2 months. And that was the black one I showed you previously. I didn't give a detailed review of it because I only had it 2 months and then it broke. So I could go back and give a review of that, but I bought a new Igloo one that's white, and it was about $20 more. Instead of $95, it was probably $125, so $20, $30 more. And then the next, and that ice maker is working fantastic. With that on the road, I no longer have to worry about running out of ice, which is one of my major concerns. When I'm on the road and boondocking as a nomad, my concerns are, number one, is my black tank going to fill up pretty quick? Number two, do I have enough food supplies, which usually is always yes, of course. I've got tons of pantry items that will last forever that I try not to use that often, and go through the hot dog, sandwich meats, and even frozen chicken before I break into add water and heat stuff, or a can of soup or something like that, or nuke something. But that's going to depend on how long I stay anywhere. And besides the black tank and food, of course, next comes gas. Gas is usually not a big deal because as I do my travels, whether they're for a day or stop somewhere for 2 weeks, I could usually top off as I'm going along, no problem. Propane is another concern. Again, as I stop at these different places making my travels, I could go 2-3 weeks without needing propane. It depends on the temperatures. Do I need to run it as a heater? Is it super cold in the 10s or 20s and I go through a lot of propane in one night? Or like here in the Phoenix area, I haven't used my heater in 3 weeks. The 3 weeks or so I've been here because it's just been too mild. I mean, lows in the mid to upper 40s. That's fine with me. I put on a hoodie. I've got Ninja on the back of my legs or next to my legs, and I'm fine. So I just wanted to give you that update. I also wanted to point out one thing that just kind of dawned on me as I'm watching all these other RV'ers, van lifers, nomads, and things on YouTube. There are several van lifers or some car lifers that are full-time. That's very impressive. I couldn't do that. I need a toilet and a shower. And I need capabilities to store lots of water and propane and gas and not have to go into town every 4 days. So kudos to them. I could only do it if it was a van that had a shower and a toilet in it, which some do, and eventually I'll be in one because they're a lot more stealthy for parking in cities for a night, not having to find a pull off on a power line road. But for now, I believe I'm one of the few full-time RV persons on YouTube. We've got Nomadic Fanatic, who's the first YouTuber I saw that was full-time RV life. And Nomadic Fanatic was with his cat, Jax. He now has 2 different cats. I'm not sure what happened to Jax. I'm imagining he passed away. Rest in peace if he did. But I've got him, the Nomadic Fanatic, and besides him, all the other RV'ers, which a majority of them are towing trailers, campers, they call them RVs. I guess they are recreational vehicles, but they're hitched to their truck. Most of those go out for a week, 2 weeks, a weekend, 2 months, 3 months, and then come back to a home, bricks and sticks. The only one that I know is the Thanks Hanks channel. And that's not their right channel. But this couple is full-time RV, or RV nomadic life, towing their trailer and with their cat. And they are traveling nurses. So they go wherever they want and then look for jobs to work for a couple of days or a week or 2, however that works. So besides them and the Nomadic Fanatic, I think I'm one of the few that I've found that is full-time RV life. So keep in mind when you're watching me and my comments of what's going on with me, that you're getting the true comments of somebody that is full-time, 100% living in their RV with a cat. And thus far, at least since April 1st, I have not been in a RV camp or RV resort or whatever you call it, with the exception of the last 3 weeks here with my friends where he had water, sewage, and electric, power that I could hook up to. So this literally is like an RV park. And it's been great. But on the other hand, being in the middle of the city, having traffic, not looking out at the forest and the stars, kind of starts to gets me a little antsy. I'm so blessed that they put me up and we enjoyed the holidays together, but I am definitely ready to hit the road. So please like this video, definitely subscribe. If you think somebody else might be interested, definitely share it. Leave comments down below. It definitely helps the algorithm. And I'm a small channel trying to grow. And that only happens if you see this and like it and subscribe, or you share it with someone and they subscribe. So I hope that you do one of those things. And either way, please keep tuning in. If you're subscribing, you could get notifications for anytime I post a video. You'll get an alert for it in YouTube. and you'll see that I posted a new video. So 2023 has some exciting stuff to coming up, sports fans, and I am definitely looking forward to it, traveling the country and seeing and showing you some exciting new sights. So you all take care. God bless.